What's up, everybody? I want to show you an app that I built, and then I want to give it to you absolutely, completely for free. And you can find the link down in the description below. So if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on your notifications. Now, if you've watched some of my previous videos, you know about the character reference profile and the locked identity framework system that I've been talking about. Now, it's a system that I created for you to build consistent characters. And if you follow it, it's an amazing system and workflow to help you build consistent characters. Now, when you start creating your character's identity, writing the prompts, and then you come back later and try and recreate the prompt, you're going to miss something. And what's going to happen is that the AI is going to start guessing. Whether it's Nano Banana Pro, GPT Image 2, or Midjourney, these platforms all have different prompt structures, and trying to remember all of them from memory, yeah, that can get frustrating. I know, trust me, been there. So here's the solution to that. I've built this really cool app that does that prompting part for you. You pick your character's traits, you lock in the ones that should never change, and it builds the whole profile and writes the prompts for you. Now, in this video, I'm going to walk you through the app from start to finish. And like I said, there's no cost, no charge, totally for free. So let me get out of the way and let's jump into it. Okay, so here we go. I am going to get out of the way and I am going to show you the character blueprint reference studio app that I built. So this is the dashboard right here, the reference studio dashboard. And then as you can see on the left hand side is where you start to begin to build your identity of your character. You'll see the character's name, the role, the age range, whether it's male or female, the ethnicity and heritage. So what we're going to do, we are going to call this character Maria. And as you begin to type in, you'll see it in the overall profile. If you see that tab up there that says profile, you'll see where it says Maria. That's our character. So we're going to go over here to the left-hand side and we're going to start selecting our choices. Where it says role, we're going to go over here and then there's a drop-down menu. We're going to select fashion model. The age, we're going to keep it at 25 to 34. We're going to go with a female. The ethnicity and heritage, we're going to go with mixed heritage. And you can see as we begin to build our character and start making selections in the identity, you're going to see those selections also as well in the profile section. You'll see where we've made our selections, the fashion model, the age, the sex, the heritage, and so forth. You're going to see all of that in the main section of the profile section. So then what we're going to do, we're just going to continue making selections to continue building our character. We're going to start making selections and choosing the face. This is going to be like the face shape, the skin tone, skin detail. Right here, we're going to select facial hair. I like to select slight peach fuzz because it gives it a real kind of a natural feeling. The nose shape is, we're going to do straight. For the lip shape, we're going to do heart shaped. The jawline, a soft jawline. And you'll just see as we go down the list, there's a drop down right there. And we'll just continue just to select our characteristics and attributes, and you can see right here on our dashboard where we've made our changes and selections to our character. I mean, this is really awesome. This amazing app, amazing tool that's going to save you a ton of time. So we're going to go back over here on the left hand side, and you can see that in this part, this area is where you can select the eye color, the eye shape. You can go down to the hair and select the hair color, the hair length, hair texture. So for the eye color, we're going to go with hazel. The eye shape, we're going with almond. And then as you drop down to select the hair, we're going with jet black. And we'll just continue making the selections. You can see that there's also a area on the left hand side where you can choose the body shape, the height, the style, and the vibe. So you have a lot of choices. And then you even have in the drop down, you have a selection where you can uh, give it a custom selection or characteristic, but also it has a section where it says specific clothing, where you can type in whatever you want your character to be wearing. That's where you can select it or choose or begin to fill in those details in the specific clothing section here. I want it to have a red V-neck silk dress. I want it to be a medium length, and I want it to be sleeveless. So when you fill in those details, you'll see that these will be added to your prompt as well. I mean, this is a time-saving tool, and I'm giving it to you completely for free, no charge whatsoever. So here in the style and vibe, we're going with high fashion. Then as we go down a little bit further, some of these that you can select for a static image. So like if you want a close up, or if you want the camera angle, or even the lens. But also down at the bottom, you can see where we can choose our aspect ratio. Because this is a character that we're building, I want to go with a 16:9 aspect ratio. And also down here at the bottom, this is where you can put additional details about what you may want uh, your character to look like. You know, it could be anything. What I'm going to do is just going to a small mole on the upper lip. So that is what I want, a detail. So that's just an additional detail that I want for my character. And then as you go back up, you'll see in the profile description the small mole on the upper left lip. So also, when you're building your character, it's very important. As you can see on the left-hand side, you see these little locks. This is where you lock all of these details. but also it is a chance for you to go back and look at some of the other details that you may have left out, like the facial hair or blemish or any of the other details you may have left out. But what you want to make sure that you do is that you click those locks and that you lock your details and lock your character in. And as you can see, you can go back and just make changes before you get your final prompt. Here's where I didn't give the details, all of the details that I wanted for the hair. I wanted wavy hair. I wanted it long. I didn't want any edges. So I went back and I made those changes, but I also locked it. So when I do go to print my or copy my prompt, these details are all locked in. Here are some other little details that you can do as far as where you want your character or where you want your person to look at, as far as the eye contact. And even there's a section in here where you can select a pose, where I chose for a walking, a pose where they are, I'm sorry, I chose the pose where they are standing, relaxed, and confident. So you just want to make sure and go through all of your selections and make sure you got everything you want for your character. But also, one of the other details that I like about this or features is that there's a little circle with an eye in it. And if you hover over that, it's going to give you a little explanation or a detail of what exactly you're choosing or you're selecting for your prompt. So I really like this. This is a cool, neat feature. So if you're choosing something you're not sure of, you can just hover over that little circle with the eye in it, and it's going to give you an explanation of what what that choice is. So at the very top, you can see here's our profile. It's going to show you everything that you've selected for your character. All of the traits, all the characteristics, everything that you've chosen is going to be in your profile tab. You can download it, and what you're going to get, it's going to give you an overview of all of your selections. You can download it as a text file. And then what's really important about this is very key, that you want to save these profiles into a file and into a folder so you can always refer back to them, and you always have these details and characteristics when you're building consistent characters. This is very, very important that you save this into a file or a folder. You're going to see where it has the name, the face, the eye details, the hair, the camera and the lighting, the additional details. It's going to have all of that that you've created for this particular character. But what you're also going to get in this reference sheet is that you're going to get the prompt for whatever image generator that you're using, or what this is basically designed for is Nano Banana Pro, Seedance 2.0, GPT Image 2, but it also gives you a prompt, which is, this is what is very key, because I'm going to show you this later, that it's going to give you a prompt for a character reference sheet. This is only part one of building your consistent character. So at the very top, you'll see several tabs. You'll see the profile tab, the Nano Banana tab. So going back to the dashboard, you're going to see several tabs. This is where you're going to get your prompt to generate your character. This is the Nano Banana Pro prompt. This is the prompt that we're going to copy and paste into our image generator. Then you have your Seedance 2.0 prompt, is what you're also going to copy and paste into whatever image generator tool that you're going to be using. You have your GPT Image 2 prompt as well. And then you have this very important prompt, which is the reference character sheet prompt, which is very important for the second part of creating your consistent character. And you'll see this in just a minute when I go over to what I'm going to be using is Higgsville. But also you can add a platform, an image platform. Say you use Midjourney. So that last tab which says add platform, you can use that if you have Midjourney or some other image generator that you want to use. So we want to copy our prompt. We're going to go over to Higgsville and we're going to select Nano Banana Pro, and then we're going to paste that prompt into the image generator in Higgsville. We're using Nano Banana Pro, and we're going to now generate our character. And this is where you can see whether or not this is the character that you built. You can look at all the characteristics and just match all of them and see if this is the character that you built that matches the prompt. And here's one other important thing that I'm going to show you, because we're going to build our character reference sheet. And the most important thing you have to remember is that you need to upload a copy of that character that you just generated. And then to create the character reference sheet, you want to copy this prompt, and then we're going to go back over to Higgsville and we're going to paste that into Nano Banana Pro, and it's going to generate us a character reference sheet that has this same character in several different poses. And this is what you get. This is why it's important to upload this single image, so that you can now get your character reference sheet. And the important thing is, every time you create an image and you want to get a consistent character, always upload the character reference profile sheet. So that's it. That is the tool. That's the whole tool, the Character Blueprint Reference Studio. And again, like I said, it is completely free, and you can find the link down in the description. Download it. It's one file. You open it in your browser. There's absolutely no login, no subscriptions, no installation, and you're building that consistent character. So be sure to tell me what you think down in the comments, and go build your character. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon.